Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game 2 of the 2024-2025 Hoosier State Instigators ABA season. I'm your co-host, Frosty, here with my man, co-owner, co-founder, Jake. Jakey Muffins, how you doing, man? Are you ready for another Instigators game?
Absolutely. Off to a 1-0 start. First chance at a 2-0 start in history.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Last week, for those that watched, saw that we took on the Louisville Pros, a team that beat us 2 out of 3 times last year, beat them fairly handily at the end of that, although at the end of the game, it got a little close there for a minute. Um, And now we play another team that we played last year, a former division foe in the Indiana Legends, a team it was an expansion team last year, just like us, entering their second season. I know they've gotten all kinds of new players, and they've kind of upgraded their system. I noticed while I was there, kind of like we have. So it's an organization that I have a lot of respect for, and I'm looking forward to seeing this game. Um, tell the viewers a little bit about how it went against the Legends last year.
Last year against the Legends, we were victorious in all of our matchups, including that play-in game, our first playoff game. Um, but even though we won those games, the Legends always put up a fight, and they're a pretty good shooting team. They can get really hot from beyond the arc.
They can. Their guards last year shot lights out. I believe all three of their guards that shot really well last year are back this year, along with a couple other of their key players. And then they picked up some new pieces as well. As you mentioned, we went 3-0 against them last year. Although in the second and third games, they gave us quite a run for our money, in particular in the first half. So definitely not a team to sleep on, despite the fact that they, I believe, also lost their first game of the season this year. Not a team to sleep on. Always play it hard. They have home court advantage over there in Newcastle, Indiana. So we'll be going to them. It's our first road trip of the year, although it's not too bad. It's about 20 minutes from Best Choice Fieldhouse. So really a mini road trip at that, but I'm excited. I will tell the viewers, uh, you know, I'm going to apologize ahead of time. You never know what you get with gyms. We're going to have a poll that's going to obstruct part of the game as we saw it during the live stream. For those of you that aren't Patreon subscribers, become Patreon subscribers. We live streamed for the first time this season from the venue. Jake, did you watch the live stream? What did you think of it?
I did. It was pretty good. That's our new AI camera. It tracks the ball, does all the camera work for us. I will say I noticed with that pole there, it looks like there's a little bit of, maybe like a Neo Matrix type of thing in the middle of the court every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's just the 3D or the AI camera, right? Trying to put together the two images. For those of you, at some point we should do a segment on it on the podcast and kind of the way it works. It's really cool. It uses kind of two images to create a panned image of the entire court that it then uses to track the ball while you're playing. So really interesting technology. But yeah, every now and then you get a weird matrix portal right there
Mm.
towards where the cameras, two separate cameras meet and mesh together, which is kind of funny to see every now and then. It's easier to defend people on the court than it looks in those situations because they're not actually uh, disappearing. They remind me a little bit of Paper Mario when that happens. So
Mhm.
that makes me laugh. So last week we beat the Louisville Pros 1-0. For me, the standout, and I think everybody, right, our player of the week last week was Lawrence Boyd. ABA regular season debut, scored 22 points in that debut, shot pretty efficiently, except maybe free throws. Didn't shoot any twos, although those stats are a little misleading because some of his twos were actually 3Ds that were threes. So in this league they were threes, but he shot 70% from 3-point range and then hit a couple free throws, hit a free throw and put up 22 points last week. What were your takeaways from that pros game?
Yeah, I mean, LB obviously, he had the standout performance if we go by that, led our fantasy points as well. And he just celebrated his birthday this week too. So happy birthday to him on that. We also had a couple of returning players, reestablish themselves, I guess you could say. Chuck Bloom, as always, offensively and defensively, a presence on the court. um, Dylan Ware. as well as JoJo and AB. AB, going into this game, has the opportunity to pass Lawan Whitney as the all-time leading scorer in Instigators history.
Yeah, what an achievement for AB, who leads in just about every other statistical category for the Instigators. It's a record that he'll build upon, hopefully, for years to come, and then others will come as well, as we're only in our second season. But Lawan scored a ton of points last year, and so it's a testament to how well he played last year that AB's going into the second game this year and trying to catch him. I think some roster changes for folks just to be aware of. Lance Hopkins is not dressing in this game. We saw him play briefly in game one. Jackson Stone is inactive this week as well. And our fans man this week was Joe Bird, returning player, first signing in Instigators history. What are you hoping to see out of Joe tonight?
I'm hoping, he can kind of get back into things. He's been away for a little bit, helping out with those affected by the recent hurricanes, restoring power. So he's been away from the team for a little bit. He's got familiarity with the system. So hopefully it's just kind of getting back up to speed for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I saw him come up for the fans man vote, I had a feeling he was going to win. Joe
Hmm.
is really well liked by the fans. He's a fan favorite for sure. Carries that little bit of history of being the number one pick. He played in every game for us last year. Was a solid part of our bench for most of the season, although he was a spot starter from time to time. He can shoot outside, but he can also, get to the bucket. He can play good defense, and we've seen him make some of the most incredible passes we've seen in instigators history. So I'm excited to see that. Excited to see him play. I'm excited to see Kevin Cameron will be playing this week. Stunna Boy, right, with 25,000 Instagram followers or whatever it is. I know they're excited to see him play as well. His first professional basketball game. He did a great job of hyping up the crowd and being the PA man in game one. And now it'd be interesting to see what he does here on the court in game two. But I'll be looking forward to him. He's a really solid defender, brings a lot of energy, talks a lot on the court, gets on the other players' heads, which is cool to see, and always an advantage to us. So hopefully that'll bring positive things for us. Last week's man of fans man, sorry, Rico Spikes is also inactive this game. So those are some of the roster updates. Should mention as well. No, Levante Nelson, who started last week, will be playing this week as well. He, new signing, so we're excited to see him play, in this game as well. So we'll see how it goes. But without further ado, I think what we'll do is we'll take it out to the court. We'll start the game. But in the meantime, let's catch fans up on the unique rules to the ABA so they can kind of see what they're watching. I think one to really pay attention to that popped up a lot in that first game was the 3D rule. So make sure you pay attention to that rule when it pops up. We'll be right back after this. All right, and we're out here live in Newcastle, Indiana, as the introductions are going underway here. As we see both teams right now, we're focusing on the Indiana Legends being introduced and the Instigators over to our right. So we're about to get underway here. Sorry, the camera, it looks like the scoreboard is a little blurry here. It's pretty small. It's on the other side of the gym, so the camera's picking it up, but it is a little blurry. Should be able to read it just fine as we see a nice crowd here in Newcastle. One of the things I really like that they changed this year is they actually moved the scores table and the benches to the other side of the court and added more seating for fans. That courtside seating right there is really interesting. You may see, if you pay attention throughout the entire game, a special guest for the Indiana Legends who's running a charity event, a raffle at halftime for basketballs for St. Jude's Hospital. So if you see that person, special guest, and you'll know them when you see them, make sure you give them a shout out in the chat. As the two teams huddle up here, we have our three referees, customary in an ABA game, taking the court, waiting for the two teams to finish making their last second plans before we get started here. And there's our boys in black right there. We got Malcolm Martin, Steve Rogers, Dylan Ware, Chuck Bloom, and JoJo Hart starting for the Instigators in the black and maroon. Same away jerseys or same away uniforms as last year, with the exception of the shorts, as you can see now have the silver stripes to match the jerseys, as well as the Instigator head on the legs. Fan voted were those shorts. So we're excited to see those debut this week as well. And for those of you counting, Dylan Ware's back to the braids, and a new hairstyle for him. As we see Malcolm Martin get the tip, he takes it right up, misses. A miss there by Steve, and a rebound by the Legends, and they're off and running. The Legends take the lead 2-0. So we'll see. The action here is fast-paced as the Instigators tie it up quickly, 2-2. I was told in the pregame the Instigators will be for sure playing a lot more press this week than they did last week, and a little more man too, mixing up the defense, which has been a focal point for Coach Dobbs and her staff. You see the Legends swinging the ball around here as they hit a three and a foul on JoJo Hart. So the Legends will go to the line here quickly and already up 5-2 in the game.
Yeah, and we've got to watch for that 3-point shooting. That was especially one of their hot spots last year, was when they got hot from beyond the arc. That's when they kind of built their momentum and tried to separate themselves in the games.
Yeah, absolutely. Excellent point. And number 13 here for the Legends, was one of their hot shooters last year, and he's already off to a hot start here. He shoots the free throw and he misses it. It's rebounded by Captain America himself, Steve Rogers, one of the many rookies on this Instigators team this year. Instigators swing it around, setting up their offense. Inside to Chuck Bloom, who turns it over. And the Legends are off and running again, trying to make transition offense off of really good defense. They missed there. Thought they had the foul. No call by the referee, though. The Instigators push it up the court. So it looks like both teams are looking to run and gun, don't you think, Jake?
Absolutely. Fast pace for both of these offenses so far. The Instigators cut down that lead to 1 point here. Get the steal as well.
Missed there by Malcolm Martin. Quick outlet pass. Good recovery defense, though, and the Instigators get the steal. Into Chuck Bloom again. He already has two, and he gets two more. Instigators set up in defense here. It's like they're in a zone defense. Shot missed there. Big rebound attempt. Goes right to a Legends player's hands, and he makes the shot. Legends take the lead by 1, 7-6 here early in the first quarter. Dylan Ware with the mid-range shot, something he's added to his game this year. That one doesn't go, however. It's out of bounds on Steve Rogers, and the Legends waste no time pushing the ball up the court. Wow, the Legends are on fire to start this game. Up 4 on the Instigators. JoJo Hart with a deep three, tries to answer. That's in and out. And another rebound by the Legends. Almost blocked by Dylan Ware, but instead it goes in. And now the lead extends to 6. Back down to Chuck. Chuck swings across court there to Steve Rogers. It goes to Malcolm Martin. Back to Rogers. Rogers for 2. He misses. The ball's thrown way up in the air and rebounded by the Instigators. As that hook shot is missed. Another turnover by the Legends. So far for the Legends, it seems like it's either a make or a turnover. As Chuck Bloom gets the and one and will go to the line here. Instigators down 4 early in the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely a up-tempo game so far for both of these teams, trying to push the ball and create some shots pretty early in the shot clock.
Chuck Bloom needs his inhaler, it looks like. So they're going to take a quick pause here. Something that didn't go well last week for the Instigators was free throw shooting, and Chuck Bloom misses the first one here. Last week, the Instigators were right around 50% from the free throw line, something that needs a vast improvement. As we get a substitute here, Levante Nelson in early, taking over for Chuck Bloom. Excellent first 4 minutes, though, by Chuck Bloom. Malcolm Martin with the midi. That's no good. Instigators starting a little cold here. Only 8 points. As they push the ball up the court, JoJo Hart looks for someone. He gets it to Levante Nelson, who puts the ball in the bucket to pull the Instigators within 2. The referee gets a hip check there by the Legends player. Dylan Ware with the excellent defense down low. Swings it out to Malcolm Martin for 3. Misses, but Dylan gets the rebound. No, it gets knocked out of his hands, and he'll stay with the Instigators. So we now hit our first media timeout. We'll be back right after this with more Instigators basketball. Hey fans, it's Frosty, co-owner of the Hoosier State Instigators. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, but I want to take just a few seconds to let you know about our fan voter tier on our Patreon. There you can find all kinds of cool stuff like behind the scenes footage of practices and tryouts, early access to games and podcasts, and much, much more. On top of that, you become an official fan voter of the Hoosier State Instigators, where you can make key decisions in running the franchise. Things such as what uniforms do we wear, who stays, who goes at the end of the season, evaluate the players and coaches, and make decisions that will impact this franchise for a long time. So this is your chance to get off the bleachers and into the boardroom with us, the Hoosier State Instigators, at www.patreon.com/Apex Athletic Collective. Hope to see you there. All right, so coming out of that media timeout here, both teams huddle up. It's a close game, 12-10. But I got to tell you, the Legends have come out firing, and the Instigators look like they're on their back heel a little bit.
Absolutely. It looks like the Legends kind of have a revamped lineup, as you mentioned, but definitely pushing and getting some good shots up, but they also have a lot of turnovers. I think that's something the Instigators need to take a little bit more advantage of here down the stretch in the first.
Yeah, absolutely. We know all too well from the Louisville Pros game what a lot of turnovers in a game will do for you. The Instigators had 28 turnovers in that game, as I check my notes here. Way too many, and the Legends look like they have a little bit of a turnover problem, but so do the Instigators here early as well.
Yeah.
So we get a foul call on the Instigators. It was before the shot, so that means the Instigators will defend the inbound here from the Legends. That's a backcourt violation. Instigators get the turnover, and they'll bring the ball up the court, led by Dylan Ware. Vontae with a kick out. Steve wide open. Steve Rogers misses that three-point attempt. So the Instigators don't take advantage of the turnover, and instead the Legends get the ball back. Tough mid-range shot goes in for the Legends. They extend their lead to 14. Steve Rogers with the turnover there. Tough start for Steve Rogers, 0 for 2 with a turnover. You'll see that sometimes from rookies, but the potential is super high, and I know he'll recover from that soon. Offensive moving screen foul on the Legends, and the Instigators will bring the ball in. We have a sub here. Oh, sorry, no sub. A little bit of confusion there. The Instigators try to get a sub in, didn't work. So they'll stick with the same 5 they've had since Chuck Bloom came out with a little over 8 minutes to go. Another miss by Steve Rogers. Ooh, almost stolen there by Dylan Ware. Good play by Dylan, just didn't quite bring it in. Instead, you get a bucket for the Legends, who are now up 6. Their largest lead of the game. Here with about 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Skaters look to be setting something up. Levante with the pump fake. He'll take it in. Tough defense, and he gets the foul. No, sorry, it's a charge. And the Legends will get the ball. Good pass there, and it goes in for the Legends. Legends just continue to push the pace, and it's working out for them as they're up 8 now. Dylan Ware nearly loses the ball. Instead, Malcolm Martin picks it up. He goes back to Dylan. Dylan out to Steve, who goes for the 3. He misses, but Levante Nelson, who's been a spark plug since coming in, gets the assist there to Malcolm Martin for the 3. Hopefully that'll be the jump start the Instigators need to get back in this game. Three-pointer goes for the Legends, who are up 8 points here again, 21-13. So again, a slow start in the first quarter for the Instigators. Only scored 18 points against the Pros in the first quarter last week. And turning the ball over and missing shots early here. Another three-pointer. And just like you predicted, Jakey Muffins, the guards for the Legends getting hot from behind the arc.
Yeah, when they get hot beyond the arc, that's when it gets dangerous, and they can kind of separate themselves. And they got a double-digit lead here as we attempt a three-pointer there, but they get the rebound and drive down court with another quick shot opportunity. They'll be going an offensive offensive
charge
foul. It
foul
looks like.
there.
Yeah.
Substitute here by the Legends. Number 10 in for number 3. Looks Lawrence Boyd comes in, and we'll see. It looks like he came in for And we got, Dame Wilburn as well, who takes the three. He misses that. Dame's making his debut this week. He was at a wedding last week, was inactive. So we get a block there by Dylan Ware. So it'll be interesting to see what Dame brings to the team. A natural point guard. And he gets the assist there in the and one for Dylan. Sounds like there's a lot of Instigators fans in the crowd. Chuck Bloom comes in the game here. Looks like he'll take over for Steve Rogers. Shot goes in by Dylan. Instigators make it back down to an 8-point game. Good poke there by Dame Wilburn. Unfortunately, it goes right back to the Legends, who've had everything go their way this quarter. As another turnover by the Instigators, Dylan Ware steps out of bounds. Tough shot there. Good defense by LB, who shoots this three. It doesn't go, but Damian with the rebound right back to LB, who tries to get it to Dylan. Instead, it goes to Levante Nelson and goes in the hoop. A little bit of luck for the Instigators finally. The Instigators look to continue to push the pace. Lawrence Boyd gets blocked out of bounds into the crowd. And we'll hit a media timeout here. Instigators within 6. We'll be back right after this.
After a tough game, recovery is everything. At Fisher's Cryotherapy, the official cryotherapy provider for the Hoosier State Instigators, I use whole body cryo to reduce inflammation and recover faster. For injuries, their targeted treatments get me back in action. And when I want to look and feel my best, the cryofacial and infrared sauna do the trick. Fisher's Cryotherapy, my go-to for recovery. Book your session today.
So a hot start by the Legends has them up 6 points, but they were up as many as 11, I believe, there, Jake. What do you take of the first 10-ish minutes of this game?
Yeah, Legends have been playing some good basketball. Turnovers for both teams. Instigators starting to come back a little bit here, trying to take advantage of those turnovers. But I think that so far seems to be kind of the key to watch is the turnovers on both sides and who's able to take more advantage of those.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen both sides a little sloppy with the ball. Seems that shots just aren't falling for the Instigators here early. A lot of shots going in and out of the bucket. You know, that can be expected when you've had about 40 minutes to shoot, on a court before a game. That's a little bit of the home field advantage that we see there. Not to say there's anything wrong with the court. It's a great court. It's just not our court. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even like some of our open looks we haven't been able to hit either.
That's right. Yeah. So the Instigators will inbound the ball here. Looks like Dame will bring it in. Number 9 here for the Instigators. He goes out to Dylan Ware. Already has 3 points in this game. Goes out to Levante Nelson. Levante for the 3, and that goes in. So he gives a quick look over to the Legends bench. Levante has been a bit of a spark plug since joining the game, like I said earlier. He continues that run there. But the Legends answer right back with a mid-range shot of their own. Levante to the bucket again, and he gets that to go. Good defense on the guards, not giving those open threes anymore. He misses the 2, but he's fouled by Chuck Bloom, and he'll go to the line for 2. This, to me, is ABA basketball in a nutshell. Both teams just running up and down the court, taking lots of shots, making lots of shots, playing some hard defense. We see the ball go in there for the Legends to extend their lead to 4. He hits the second, and it's 28-23 with about 2 minutes to go. Another turnover by the Instigators. Almost a 3D rule, but not quite. The Legends bring the ball back up. And they hit it. Make this a 30-23 game. Inside to Chuck, who turns it over again. Missed shot, though. As Dylan Ware looks to slow him down as he goes to Lawrence Boyd. Damn, quick pass inside to LB, who makes the bucket. We saw him shoot the 3 a lot last week, like we said, 7 out of 10, but he can get inside, too. He's strong enough to get inside and quick enough as well. Turnover by the Legends. Instigators take the ball with a 5-point deficit. Screen there by Chuck Bloom. Pass out to Dame. Gets fouled. Nearly goes in, but instead he'll go to the line for 3. So Wilburn to the line here with about 45 seconds to go, hoping to close this to a 2-point game if he makes both of these free throws. First one drops. Pulls the Instigators within 4. Second one also drops. So much better free throw shooting. I think only one missed free throw for the Instigators here in the first quarter. As he hits the third to bring the Instigators within 2 with 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Another steal by the Instigators. They're going to look to push here. Wilburn misses that shot. We'll get a long look at the backcourt here. So we see a 2-pointer was made by the Legends. Dylan gets fouled. He'll go back to the line. I do like the aggressiveness of Dylan Ware and Chuck Bloom to get to the basket. Some other guys have done it too. We've seen it Levante and LB a little bit too, but you like to see the bigs go towards the basket. You know that we're taller and bigger than the Legends. It's good to see us trying to take advantage of that. As Dylan hits another free throw, he's 2 for 2. He misses that, but Chuck cleans up the glass and makes it a 31-30 game, closing within 1. The Instigators were once down 11. Last second shot by the Legends won't go. And that's the first quarter. So we'll be right back after this. An entertaining first quarter. 31-32. Legends on top. All right, Jake, what do you make of that first quarter? Instigators closing strong, but still down 1.
Yeah, the Legends got off to a hot start shooting. Both teams had quite a few turnovers, but down the stretch, the Instigators really were able to kind of, get their shots to fall down, focus on driving it towards the basket, and cut it down to a 1-point lead after the Legends had a double-digit lead in that first quarter.
Absolutely. We saw Levante Nelson come on and really make a difference there, scoring, quite a few times outside and inside, getting tough baskets to fall. We saw a lot of turnovers forced by Dame Wilburn as he came in. So let's hope the Instigators now with the momentum can turn that into a lead here early in the second quarter. As we see Caleb Magruder checking in, one of our rookies checking in for Levante Nelson. Looks like the rest of the five will remain the same for the Instigators. A little confusion over who gets the ball. I believe the Legends will start with the balls. We see Alex Brown, who didn't play in the first quarter, stretching over on the sideline. Shot just inside the arc by the Legends doesn't fall. Rebounded by Caleb Magruder, and here go the Instigators. Lawrence Boyd with the miss. Rebounded by Caleb. Gets it out to Dame, who misses. Thought he was fouled. Looks at the ref. The ref says, "Not this time, sir." And the Legends score a quick bucket. I got to tell you, I do like how this iteration of the Instigators does not wait around in the backcourt. Dame misses the three there. But we get a foul on the Legends. Looks like Alex Brown, number 7, is about to check in for Dylan Ware. So our first look at ABA All-Star Alex Brown attempting to become the leading scorer for the Instigators in franchise history in this game here. And he cuts. He's going to score quickly there with a dunk. Instigators pull it back within one again. Legends swinging around. A little sloppy with the ball on this possession. Goes in for the shot over Alex Brown. Doesn't go in, though. Great bounce pass to Caleb Magruder. He can't quite get it. Instead, he'll go to AB, who gets fouled. Does a little dance. And lets their big man know, number 9, that he's in the game now. So Alex Brown, an immediate spark plug here in the second quarter. This is where he struggled last week. 2 for 8 from the free throw line. He misses that one. After 2 quick fouls, number 9 for the Legends will take a seat on the bench, replaced by number 12, a returning player for the Legends last year. AB hits the second one there. The Instigators have tied the game here in the second quarter. Once again, with about 6 minutes to go, the Instigators were down 11 points. And have now since taken the lead as we get a block by Alex and then a turnover by the Legends. The Instigators aren't waiting around. Another shot by Hollywood Brown as he's going to go back to the line. So he's been in for 3 offensive possessions, has a dunk and 4 free throws. It's a pretty good rate, I would say. We got another substitution. No doubt the Legends trying to figure out what to do with the big man on the court.
Yeah, it's always a difficult, matchup for the opponents. Anytime they got to find somebody to cover a 7-foot tall player.
That's right. As he hits that one, he's 2 for 3 from the line. As it gives the Instigators their first lead of the game. That's a lane violation. And the referees catch it. We saw the Legends player step into the lane as AB was taking the shot there. The Legends players arguing his foot didn't actually touch down inside the lane. The referees think otherwise. And AB hits it the second time around. So the lane violation costing the Legends a point there, as they now find themselves down 2. Deep 3 missed. The Legends get the deep rebound though. But the steal by the Instigators, and they're off and running. And Wilburn hits the 2. Instigators have only given up 2 points so far here in the second quarter. Much better defensive performance than in the first. As we see yet another steal attempt, and we get the ball comes out, and it's stolen by the Instigators again. Unfortunately, stolen back right away on the turnover by Chuck Bloom. We get a timeout here by the Legends. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be back right after this with more Instigators basketball.
After a tough game, recovery is everything. At Fisher's Cryotherapy, the official cryotherapy provider for the Hoosier State Instigators, I use whole body cryo to reduce inflammation and recover faster. For injuries, their targeted treatments get me back in action. And when I want to look and feel my best, the cryofacial and infrared sauna do the trick. Fisher's Cryotherapy, my go-to for recovery. Book your session today.
So led by AB here in the second quarter, the Instigators have turned a 11-point deficit into a 4-point lead. Coming out of this timeout, as you'll see, you can see the red flashing light there. It is a 3D opportunity after the turnover from Chuck Bloom for the Indiana Legends. For those of you wondering, that 24-second clock right there is indeed the shot clock here. So anytime you want to see the shot clock, there it is. A little bit of discussion here over where the ball should be thrown in. I believe because it was a full timeout, the ball advances, and so the Legends should be throwing it in from the front court, but it seems that they want to throw it in from the back court. So there's going to be some conversation among the refs here to make sure they get it right. Honestly, Jake, I don't know why you'd want to take the ball in the backcourt and risk a turnover and a 3D opportunity for the Instigators when you've been turning the ball over quite a bit already in this game. Odd bit of an argument, if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely. That with the 3D rule and the ABA, I mean, it's a possibility to, give up an extra point.
So there's some conversations there, and it looks like they will indeed bring the ball to the front court. And the inbound here by the Indiana Legends. Nearly a backcourt violation, though. The Instigators put high pressure here on the Legends, even more so by AB, who fouls him there, unfortunately. And with the 3D light on, that's going to be 3 free throws here for the Legends. So a costly foul by Alex Brown. First mistake he's made since getting in the game. And I think it was just a little bit of over-aggression there when they felt like they had the Legends on the run. For you uniform aficionados out there, I will point out the yellow and purple uniforms by the Legends are pretty cool. Instigators still up 4, 38-34. We see a young fan there with the front row seat. These free throws. They make the first one. So just like we were talking about for the Legends, now with the foul, there's an opportunity that the Instigators give up an extra point and allow the Legends to pull this game within 1 point. And unfortunately, he misses that shot. Unfortunately for the Legends, fortunately for us. And that one goes in. So only 2 points there with the missed free throw. So the Instigators give up the 2, but they're still up 2 here with 9 minutes to go in the second quarter in a fast-paced game. LB with the floater, doesn't quite go. Nearly gets the rebound. Recovered by the Legends, who turn it over. Chuck Bloom, right place, right time. As Lawrence Boyd misses the 3. Instigators continue the pressure, and it counts. That's a 3D. Nearly a turnover, but instead Lawrence Boyd will take the 3. He misses. Alex Brown gets fouled. And he'll head to the line for free throws 5 and 6. Jake, do you think this is an instance of bad defense leading to fouls by the Legends, or do you think they watched game film last week and saw Alex Brown struggle from the free throw line and decide to test him?
Might be a little bit of both. I think they got a little off guard, but when you're going up against AB, I think it's easier to foul him than it is to have him put up that shot.
Absolutely, as he's been terrific from the free throw line, but that one fails. He'll take another one here. He hits that one. He'll take one more because of the 3D rule. For those fans that I told to pay attention at the beginning to the 3D rule, I hope you did, because you're getting a healthy dose of it here. Chuck Bloom takes the ball baseline and turns it over, and then a 3D rule as the Legends step out of bounds on their own baseline. Caleb Magruder takes it in. He goes down with a foul, and he'll get 3 free throws here. So Caleb goes to the line. A sloppy second quarter in which we're 4 minutes in, and the Legends only have 1 bucket from the field and a couple free throws to their names after scoring 32 points in the first quarter. Magruder gets the first one down. He's been an excellent free throw shooter so far this season. He continues that streak here. Another substitution for the Legends. Number 24 in for number 12. As we see Caleb hit another free throw. And Dylan Ware comes in. So Dylan and AB sharing the court for the first time this game. Adding even more height, which has been a problem for the Legends. Caleb hits the third, so he's 3 for 3 from the free throw stripe. Put the Instigators up to their largest lead of the game, 6 points. Excellent defense there by AB and Dylan Ware. See the throw way up. Caleb gets it. He slows it down. Dylan to AB. AB to Lawrence. Lawrence back to AB. AB with the turnaround jumper. It doesn't go. The ball go to the Legends as we hit a media timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well, and we'll be back right after this with more Instigators basketball. Hey fans, it's Frosty, co-owner of the Hoosier State Instigators. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, but I want to take just a few seconds to let you know about our fan voter tier on our Patreon. There you can find all kinds of cool stuff like behind the scenes footage of practices and tryouts, early access to games and podcasts, and much, much more. On top of that, you become an official fan voter of the Hoosier State Instigators, where you can make key decisions in running the franchise. Things such as what uniforms do we wear, who stays, who goes at the end of the season, evaluate the players and coaches, and make decisions that will impact this franchise for a long time. So this is your chance to get off the bleachers and into the boardroom with us, the Hoosier State Instigators, at www.patreon.com/Apex Athletic Collective. Hope to see you there. All right, we're back out here to Newcastle, Indiana, where the Instigators have opened up a 6-point lead after trailing early. So once again, Instigators make up for a rough first quarter with a dynamite second quarter, holding their opponents so far with a little over 4 minutes into the quarter to 4 points, including just one shot made from the field. And more importantly, the Instigators capitalizing on the 3D rule as we see Dane Wilburn check into the game for the Instigators. If you're watching this, tune in next week as we're back home against a terrific Columbus Wizards team. Another 3D rule here for the Instigators. Dame goes for 4. Instead, he misses, and the Legends get the ball. Instigators are just swarming all over the Legends right now on defense. The Legends miss another one. There's a wide open 3. That misses. The Instigators have it as Caleb picks it up, makes a wild pass, but it hits Dylan, who misses, and AB will get fouled to go back to the line. I believe this will be now 8 free throws, 9 free throws for Alex Brown in this quarter. It's Malcolm Martin checks in. AB misses the first one. Maybe he's looking to hit the second shot here. And he does. Instigators are up 7 now. Once again, the full court press by the Instigators. It's worked this entire quarter. It continues to work there as the Legends miss another shot. Dangerous pass there. It's caught by the Legends. Cross court. AB chases them off the spot, and then you get a block there by Caleb. Oh, they called a foul on the Legends, so they'll have to reset here while they call the foul. You can go fast in the ABA, but when there's a foul, you got to wait for the ref to call it, and they're told to do it again. They get it sorted out here. Now we'll go. And Skaters bring the ball up the court. Good movement on the ball there by Caleb, and he makes the floater. Instigators extend their lead to 9. Legends player definitely thinks better of it. Gets trapped in the corner by Dylan and AB, and the ball goes out of bounds. JoJo Hart checks in soon here. He's checking in for Caleb Magruder. Fans are screaming for a backcourt violation. We couldn't catch it with the camera as AB blocks another one. And Malcolm Martin just skies it a little too high for Dylan Ware. That's hard to do, but he did it there. Instigators are up now 9 points. 6 minutes to go as finally a bucket falls for the Legends. Only their second made field goal of the quarter. JoJo Hart turns it over there. And there's their third. So the Legends looking to get back on track here. Have a similar end to the quarter that the Instigators had in the first quarter to try to regain the momentum. Good pass by LB. It goes to Dylan Ware, who hits the shot. So we get the Legends stepped out of bounds, apparently. Instigators are bringing the ball back up the court. The lob just off, but LB gets his own rebound, I guess. I guess that's a rebound. And the ball goes into the basket for 2 more points. So disaster turns into delight as Lawrence Boyd makes up for an errant pass and puts it in the bucket. Legends answer right back, and the Instigators will slow it down a bit here. Dealing with another mid-ranger. Doesn't quite get it to fall. The Legends will bring the ball up the court. And they'll miss that bucket, but they get their own rebound and then throw it away. Instigators get it and go right away. And Dylan Ware gets fouled. I got to tell you, Jake, this kind of pace from the Instigators is not something we've seen a whole lot, especially last season where they were much more of a methodical, bring the ball up the court kind of team. How do you think this pace impacts the game for them?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little different than what we saw last year. I think we're carrying some good momentum right now and driving down under the basket. We've been going to the free throw line a lot. So I think that when some of the shots aren't falling, that's a better way to approach the offenses. Try to slow it down sometimes, get it down under the basket. If you don't make the shot, you can at least go to the free throw line then.
Yeah, absolutely. The ball goes out of bounds. They'll say it's the Legends' ball here. The Legends try to close the 6-point gap. Ball ricochets off a couple hands and second chance points here for the Legends. No, the ball went out of bounds. And delay of game is called a warning for the Legends there. Next one will be a technical. And we hit our last media timeout here in the second quarter. We'll be right back after this, as I always say, with more Instigators basketball. We're back here in Newcastle, Indiana. Instigators up 6 with 4 minutes to go. We've hit our last media timeout. Instigators moving the ball pretty quick up and down the court. I think one of the things that really helped with that this year is the Instigators clearly have much more depth than they did last year. The Instigators played heavily, 7 or 8 guys all season last year. Both games so far here, we've seen deep bench rotations for the Instigators. Lots of guys getting playing time, which gives your starters and your impact players a little bit more time to breathe, puts them in a better situation where they can run more when they're in the game. So we're starting to see that already. You look at someone like Alex Brown, who averaged about 36 minutes a game last year out of 48. Took the first 12 minutes on the bench and came in, and he's been on fire ever since in the 8 minutes that he's played. So those rotations definitely helping out. You see him setting up here. Lawrence Boyd with the 3. He hits that one. Instigators extend their lead to 9. Deep 3 by the Legends, missed, and JoJo Hart gets the rebound. Goes up to Dylan Ware, who takes a hard foul. Players rush to make sure he's okay. There's some definite conversation about whether or not that should be a flagrant foul. Dillon spilled to the floor pretty hard, but it looks like he's going to be okay. He'll go to the line here for 2. That's the danger of being a high flyer, right? If you get hit up in the air, chances are you're going to come down pretty hard. And there's no pillows on a basketball court, so you feel that. Dillon felt it there, but he toughs it out as he goes to the line. He misses the free throw. Skaters looking for this one to go in, to go up double digits. AB facing the wrong way during that free throw. That was a unique strategy. But the Legends knocked the ball out of bounds. And AB will bring the ball in. Goes out to Malcolm Martin with a fresh shot clock. The Skaters will set up their offense. Martin misses the 3 there. The Legends look to bring the lead down. The ball bangs around the rim but doesn't go in. Here we go. Instigators swinging around. Lawrence Boyd with a shot fake. He goes to AB again. Ooh, guess what? Goes to the line. Puts him in double digits here for this quarter of free throws. As AB misses that one by a little bit. Nothing but air. Dillon takes a couple free throw shots himself there. The Instigators finally go up double digits after a couple of missed free throws and some missed shots. AB gets the steal there. Great play by Alex Brown. He goes down to Dillon, who puts it in. That's an and one opportunity for Dillon Ware. So Dillon Ware goes back to the line here. Second time in about 15 seconds, it seems like. Just a reminder to fans as Dillon takes the shot. If you want to see Instigators games live, you have 2 options. One, you can check us out at Best Choice Fieldhouse. $10 tickets online for adults, $5 for kids and seniors. Or you can watch the live streams by becoming a Patreon subscriber for as little as $1 a month. Join today and get insider access to all kinds of behind-the-scenes footage, votes, and much more. Join our Patreon today. Good pass there by the Instigators, getting the ball around to everybody. JoJo Hart with the shot, and he puts it in. They call a foul on Malcolm Martin. I think they're going to rule he didn't give him a chance to land. But the Legends have to do something that's been dangerous for them all night, which is bring the ball up from the backcourt against this ferocious Instigators defense. Less than 2 minutes to go now. Legends missed the 3. JoJo Hart with the rebound. He gets it out. Great pass there. Unfortunately, just gets through AB's hands. The Instigators turn the ball over again. The Legends bring the ball up the court. The difference, I think, between this week's turnovers and last week's turnovers for the Instigators is at least they're not turning them over in the backcourt, giving opportunities for the opponent to get back in the game by shooting for extra points. As Dylan Ware just misses the layup there. The Instigators are up 10 here. That's a foul on the Legends, and I believe they're in the bonus now, which means Malcolm Martin will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Make sure that's correct. As the ball escapes away. And it is. Malcolm will go to the line as Caleb Magruder checks in for JoJo Hart. Bring the ball up. Malcolm Martin goes to the line. I believe this is his first chance at the line tonight. He hits the first one. He goes 2 for 2. Malcolm, an excellent free throw shooter, hits them both. Put the Instigators up 12 here. A minute to go before halftime. Caleb in a little bit of trouble here. Or I'm sorry, LB. He turns the ball over. That's going to be a 3D light. So just as I said, the Instigators were doing a good job by not giving a 3D light. They give one up. And so now they need to play some defense to stop it from becoming more than it is. Instead, they don't. That's 3 points. And the Legends pull within, should be 9, I believe. And there it is, 9. Missed shot by Magruder. Legends bringing the ball up. You can see they're feeling a little bit of momentum here. They hit another 3. Can't have wide open threes for the Legends. They'll hit them all day. Caleb hesitates there. Would like to see him maybe take that shot. Instead, Malcolm Martin gets a good shot, and he puts it in. That shot goes, and we'll hit halftime. So we'll be back right after this with more Instigators basketball, but we'll break down this second half before it starts.
After a tough game, recovery is everything. At Fisher's Cryotherapy, the official cryotherapy provider for the Hoosier State Instigators, I use whole body cryo to reduce inflammation and recover faster. For injuries, their targeted treatments get me back in action. And when I want to look and feel my best, the cryofacial and infrared sauna do the trick. Fisher's Cryotherapy, my go-to for recovery. Book your session today.
Hey fans, it's Frosty, co-owner of the Hoosier State Instigators. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, but I want to take just a few seconds to let you know about our fan voter tier on our Patreon. There you can find all kinds of cool stuff like behind the scenes footage of practices and tryouts, early access to games and podcasts, and much, much more. On top of that, you become an official fan voter of the Hoosier State Instigators, where you can make key decisions in running the franchise. Things such as what uniforms do we wear, who stays, who goes at the end of the season, evaluate the players and coaches, and make decisions that will impact this franchise for a long time. So this is your chance to get off the bleachers and into the boardroom with us, the Hoosier State Instigators, at www.patreon.com/Apex Athletic Collective. Hope to see you there. Well, Jake, I thought I'd join you in the studio. I had to run up. I was at the scores table. What are your takeaways from that first half?
We saw a good good second quarter there from the Instigators. First quarter, a little bit of a rougher start, but I think we really kind of hit our stride when we kind of used the size to our advantage. We had both teams had a good but not good, obviously, but a lot of turnovers it seemed like, and
Yeah.
we're starting to get to the point where we're taking advantage of that and using our height for those shots under the basket and getting some fouls as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I was really impressed in that second quarter with our defense, swarming all over the court. nearly every time someone had the ball, they had pressure in their face. Went about half the quarter with only allowing one shot from the field to go in. That can get to a team's psyche, I think, when you haven't seen a shot go in for that long in a basketball game. I thought the Legends recovered well from that late in the second quarter, but definitely changed the tone, especially once AB came in. Hollywood got in, and it was like a movie, right? He was making everything. He was going to the free throw line. He was doing dances. He was, having fun and firing up the crowd, and turned an Instigators away game into an Instigators home game real quick.
Absolutely, and that's why they call him Hollywood. He is an actor both in real life and on the court, and he makes a difference every time we see him on there. Believe he is now, after that first half, the all-time leading scorer for the Hoosier State Instigators.
He is. So congratulations to Alex Brown, the leading scorer. I'm sure he'll build upon that. As the game goes on, as the season goes on, and as his career goes on. Super consistent from the field. Career for us over 60% shooter from the field. His free throws tonight, I think he was 7 of 11 in that first half, which is a much better mark than the 2 for 80 was last week. And so he's being a leader on the court, getting the guys into it, and it really made a difference. And we saw all the other guys pick up the energy as soon as he got there. One of the things that I was really excited to see that we didn't see in the first quarter was seeing Dylan Ware, Alex Brown on the court together, working together. Those two guys have played basketball together on other teams, on the Instigators for a long time. They know each other well. They know where they're going to be. They know what the other's trying to do. And both of them feasted in that second quarter as they put up bucket after bucket and got to the free throw line.
Absolutely. And we saw, some of our new guys on the team have some pretty good performances in that first half. Levanta, he had, as you said, kind of like a spark plug every time he's been in. And then Dame also having some nice defensive possessions. We've really seen that stand out here in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw Malcolm Martin turn it on a little bit there at the end of the second quarter. We saw Chuck filling up the stat sheet like he normally does, with steals and rebounds and shots and makes. So all around, a lot of good performances by a lot of good guys. We saw Caleb Magruder stand out a little bit there for a while, getting some steals, making some nice passes, getting some rebounds. So all around, good effort by the guys. They're up, 9 points, I believe, 53-62. After 2 quarters. What do you want to see in the third and fourth quarter from the Instigators as they get ready to take the court again?
I think building on that momentum from the second quarter there, continuing to kind of clamp down on defense. And I think that press has been pretty successful in creating the 3D opportunities, and obviously when we have those opportunities to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I think at least I did for sure, but I questioned why we were in the press up 30 points or whatever it was against the pros. But I guess the answer is to be prepared for games like this, right? Where the press has been a key to not only getting the Instigators back into the game, but helping them push the lead, right? To get to that double digit lead that they were at, just narrowly missing it now. The Instigators, I think, are under increased scrutiny. There's increased awareness this week. It was our first week in the polls, right? We were ranked number 24 nationally out of 140 plus teams in the nation. So the Instigators obviously want to get this win. They want to live up to that ranking and not make it a one-time thing, but make it something that we're used to seeing going forward. We're one of, as Jay pointed out to us, 2 undefeated teams in Indiana sports right now, along with the Indiana Hoosiers football team, who just came up with a big win this weekend. So I want to see that role. I love to see the depth. I like to see the role players coming in. We haven't seen Joe Bird or Kevin Cameron yet. I'd like to see them get on the court, see what they can do as well. But the Instigators so far look good. particularly in that second quarter. I think going forward, and hopefully, this coming week as we gear up for the Columbus Wizards, whether we win or lose this game, I hope that the Instigators are talking about how to get off to a fast start. Haven't done that in the last 2 games, and against teams as we get further into this season, you're not going to be able to come back every time when you do that, and so we got to figure out how to get off to a fast start. Any last second thoughts before we send it back out to Newcastle for the second half?
You mentioned that the first quarter, we've got to figure that out. Last season, the third quarter was the one that was a struggle. So we'll keep an eye on that as we jump into the third quarter here. Hopefully, we continue what we did last week, where that was actually a turning point in the game where we took a big jump forward. And hopefully, we can start off the second quarter well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, let's hit a quick commercial break before the second half.
After a tough game, recovery is everything. At Fisher's Cryotherapy, the official cryotherapy provider for the Hoosier State Instigators, I use whole body cryo to reduce inflammation and recover faster. For injuries, their targeted treatments get me back in action. And when I want to look and feel my best, the cryofacial and infrared sauna do the trick. Fisher's Cryotherapy, my go-to for recovery. Book your session today.
All right, as we're here to start the second half, as we see Coach Julio and Coach D talking up the team, and look at that, right on cue, Levante, spark plug from last half in the first quarter there, gets back on the court, but Joe Bird makes his season debut for the Instigators. First ever signing by the Instigators, a pivotal part of the team last year, a huge part of the team this year. I'll be excited to see what he does as we see Coach D giving some last-minute instructions there along the sideline. So it looks like the Instigators will start with the ball here after winning the tip in the first quarter. Whistle blows and we're underway here. Instigators swinging the ball around quickly. And apparently we get a false start, which I thought was only a football term. But apparently the shot clock wasn't moving yet. So they're going to reset. And we'll start the second half all over again. Deep three by Wilburn. That's off the mark. And the Legends sprint up the court, hoping to get a quick basket. They do not. And it looks like it's out of bounds as we see our special guest there for the night. Shout out to Batman, who came to the game and did some charity work as the Legends turn it over. Instigators bring the ball up the court. Levante wasn't quite ready for that, but he recovered well. Nice pass by the Instigators, and he steps out of bounds, unfortunately. Doing some charity work, as we were talking about, for Batman for St. Jude's Hospital. St. Jude's, both teams did a raffle where they signed a game ball each and raffled it off to some lucky fans, and we're happy to see that. Happy to help out where we can. So great on Batman on the Legends organization there for putting that on. It's such a great idea. As Chuck Bloom gets fouled, he'll go to the line for 2. Chuck Bloom with the first free throw. That goes in. Extends the Instigators' lead to double digits. Attempts the second free throw here. Puts that one in as well. So much better free throw shooting by the Instigators in this game. Last week they were at 50%. This week I believe they were almost at 70%, 68%. So a huge improvement by the Instigators from the line. And that's a lot of points. So we get a foul there by Joe Bird trying to get the ball. Can't blame him for that foul there. It's a hustle play. And the Legends will take the ball out of bounds on the side. Ball's inbounded there. Legends looking for an opportunity here for three. They miss it, though. The Instigators bring the ball up the court. Levante Nelson with the wide open three, and he hits it. Continues the same streak he was at last week. As another rebound by the Instigators has them up the court quickly. Again, the Instigators continuing with the pace, reminding me of a little bit of those fast-paced Knicks and Suns teams from the early 2000s. As you get the and one foul there, Legends will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play down 12 with 10 minutes to go. A quick 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Make sure you're checking those scores at the bottom of the screen there to find out other games this week. There's 140 teams, so we didn't put them all in there, but we do put down division opponents and opponents on our schedule each week. So make sure you're checking out the scores and keeping up with all your ABA news down there in our bottom third. As we see the shot go down there for the Legends as the Instigators bring the ball right back up the court, and they're going to look to answer quick. Dane Wilburn with the three. Instigators look like they've caught a little bit of fire here. As a steal by Caleb, unfortunately, just steps out of bounds. Good steal attempt. Would have been a 3D. Instead, it's just a ball back to the Legends. Legends trying to find a way to get the ball up the court. Another steal by Wilburn. Another three by the Instigators doesn't go in, but Nelson puts it in and gets the and one. Nelson has been a beast under the basket. So he looks to complete the and one here. Excellent free throw shooter. And he makes that one to extend the Instigators' lead. 56-70. Should be 74, I think. Another steal by AB, I should say. Missed three-pointer there. Then I'll go back to the Legends. Steal by AB, but the shot clock didn't get going. So they'll reset. That would have been another 3D for the Instigators. I can tell you, AB's been playing free safety out there, picking off the long passes, getting the steals. Let's see. Legends with the miss. Levante Nelson gets the rebound. Couple quick passes, just missed there. Good ball movement by the Instigators, just slipped through his hands. And the Legends will bring the ball back up the court. Three-pointer goes in wide open there for the Legends that time. As they bring it back to a 14-point lead. Wilburn with the 3. He'd been calling for it. He gets it. He puts it in. They put it right into the pocket for him, and he shot it and knocked it down. So you hear the defense chants in Newcastle. Another wide open 3. And that's a foul. Good defense right up till the end there. Unfortunately, he just clipped him. The Legends will go to the line for 3 points, for 3 shots here. I think this is the most free throw attempts I've seen where it's 3 free throws at the line and not 2. Between the 3D light and the 3-point attempts by both teams, a lot of guys taking a lot of shots at the free throw line tonight. So the Legends go for their next free throw here with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Still down 14. AB gets pushed from behind. That's a foul. And Kevin Cameron's in the game. I'm sorry I missed that call. Checking in. Stunner Boy himself, number 17. He gets the ball there and almost has it taken away. Wilburn for 3. He's been hot this quarter. That one doesn't go, though. The Legends bring it back up. Good defense, but it goes in. Chuck thinks about going deep with it. He'll just go to Dame, who goes back to Chuck. Gets the screen from AB. Chuck to the hoop. He misses. AB with the rebound. He misses that one. Probably should have been a foul. He doesn't get the call, though. So Legends sprint back up the court. This is like calling a Formula One race over here as quick as these two teams are moving. Legends cut it back down to a 19-point game. Or I'm sorry, 9-point game. Wilburn with a deep 3. That's off. That's rebounded by the Legends. Stolen by Chuck Bloom, though, for 3 points. The Legends try to answer back, but they miss. Vontae Nelson gets the ball. He gets called for a travel. And he'll turn the ball back over. Smooth spinning fadeaway. It doesn't quite go in, though. And the Instigators have the ball back. Levante Nelson hits the 3 there. And we get a timeout. Instigators up 15 out of nowhere. And we'll be back right after this. Hey fans, it's Frosty, co-owner of the Hoosier State Instigators. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, but I want to take just a few seconds to let you know about our fan voter tier on our Patreon. There you can find all kinds of cool stuff like behind the scenes footage of practices and tryouts, early access to games and podcasts, and much, much more. On top of that, you become an official fan voter of the Hoosier State Instigators, where you can make key decisions in running the franchise. Things such as what uniforms do we wear, who stays, who goes at the end of the season, evaluate the players and coaches, and make decisions that will impact this franchise for a long time. So this is your chance to get off the bleachers and into the boardroom with us, the Hoosier State Instigators, at www.patreon.com/Apex Athletic Collective. Hope to see you there. So we're back here with 6 minutes, 31 seconds to go. Instigators up 16 points. In a blink of an eye, they were just up 9, and they extend the lead pretty quick. A couple 3Ds and 3-pointers will do that. Feels like I'm calling a Usain Bolt race here, Jake.
Yeah, a lot of high-flying action, especially from the Instigators here in the third quarter. But we've seen that they carried that momentum over from that second quarter and built upon that here early in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Instigators now will look to defend the Legends as they come in. Still playing that press defense. The Instigators have found success with it, and if it's not broke, why fix it? As AB gets the steal and the assist to Kevin Cameron for 3, as that's a 3D rule. So the Instigators extend their lead. Steal there by Levante Nelson. Tay for 3. He misses that, but AB with the rebound. Thought he got fouled. I thought he got fouled. Everyone thought he got fouled, but 3 people, and unfortunately, they're the ones in the gray shirts. Wide open 3 for the Legends. That's no good, but a rebound by number 12. He'll make the turnaround jump shot. Joe Bird for 3. Just missed that shot. Number 2 for the Legends with the spin move. Finds a wide open partner there for 3, and that time it goes in. Legends get it back down to a 14-point game. It's a miss. Stunner Boy tries to save it. Unfortunately, he can't, but that was a great effort as the Legends bring the ball up. Another miss. Joe Bird with the rebound. And unfortunately, the quick turnover. And the 4-point shot there by the Legends. Make it a 10-point game. And Levante Nelson trapped on the sideline. They give him the timeout, and the Instigators will maintain the ball here with 4:40 to go. So all those 3D rules, we see our first, I believe our first 4-point shot go in. And it's a dangerous one as the Instigators, once up 17, are now only up 10. A little bit of a run here by the Legends, a team that you can't give up on. As momentum swings slightly in their direction here with about 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. This looks to be a high-scoring game. I like this shot a lot. We can see both teams huddling up and talking to their coaches, trying to make sure they get everything lined up and get going. It's an intense game for both teams early in the season, as both teams really want to win. For the Legends, looking to get their first win, and as we said earlier, for the Instigators, looking to get a win a week after debuting on the top 25 Commissioners Power Rankings for the ABA. And they'll take the ball up 10. Malcolm Martin back in the game. Takes over for Stunner Boy. AB gets the and one, and he'll go to the free throw line again. That time finishing on his way. Thanks, Damian Wilburn, for the pass. And AB hits that one. So 8 for 12 is AB. Once again, a vast improvement of the 2 for 8 from the game before. So he almost gets the steal there. Got to believe if he was 6'9", he probably gets that one, but it's a little too far of a reach for him on the run. As the Legends miss another one. Dylan Ware back in the game. Monte Nelson with a pump fake. He goes to the rim, and he'll get the and one. We get a substitution here, number 24 in for number 12 for the Legends. Malcolm getting some last-minute instruction from Coach D. Nelson hits that one. Puts the Instigators up 16. And we see Legends player lose control there. Unfortunately, trip. We get another foul, it looks like. So the Instigators will take the shot. Missed there. Great rebound And we get another timeout before he gets so out of bounds. Instigators down to, looks like that's going to be a 20-second timeout. So the Instigators, we'll stick right here. So the Instigators have one full timeout to go the rest of the game. Important rule to notice if you're a basketball fan. As you know, the NBA gets about 5 million timeouts. But here in the ABA, each team gets 2 full timeouts, which are 60 seconds, and 1 20-second timeout. So much less. They do have the 2 media timeouts to go along with that at the under 8 and the under 4. But should this game tighten up anymore, you got to believe the Instigators are going to want one of those timeouts back that obviously they won't get. So hopefully that doesn't come into play. As the 2 teams enter the court again. Instigators will have the ball after the timeout. You got to give credit to the Legends, though, trapping Levante Nelson on the sideline, forcing him to call the timeout, which was the right move by Nelson. The Instigators maintain the ball. As we get a foul on the Legends, an off-the-ball foul. Instigators will inbound it again. Dane Wilburn with the 3. That one's off, but he gets his own rebound. The windmill reverse goes in. What a beautiful shot there. As you get another 3D rule. Tay misses that one, but nearly had a 4-point play, and I think the roof would have come off this place if that had happened. Instead, the Legends get a quick bucket. We see Batman staring down the Instigators. Not cool, Batman. Not cool. Great pass there. Yeah, that's a foul. I was going to say, I didn't think they were going to blow the whistle, and that would have made me unhappy. But they do. And Dylan Ware will go to the line for 2 free throws here. Instigators up 16 here with about 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's the shot. Just off by Dylan Ware, who's also looked really good from the line as well. AB looks to be giving him some free throw tips. He hits that one, so whatever AB said must have worked. The Instigators are now up 17, tied for their largest lead of the game, I believe. A foul there on Malcolm Martin. Good foul to not allow the easy basket. The foul happened before the shot, so the Legends will bring the ball out of bounds. Almost stolen there by Dylan Ware. Instead, the Legends will drive to the hoop and get the foul. That is a shooting foul. So number 3 here to the line for 2 shots as the Legends try to crawl back in the dying minutes of the third quarter here. That goes in. So they get 1. And the second one falls. Make it a 15-point game. So Malcolm Martin brings the ball up the court. Instigators pass the ball around. And a moving screen is called on AB. That's an offensive foul. And the Legends will get the turnover. Legends looking for a shot. They take a deep three. Contested. AB with the rebound. As he brings the ball up the court. Good stop there of the dribble to avoid possible turnover. But unfortunately, Dame turns it over. The Legends are off to the races again. And then ball's going to everybody here. That's a three-pointer here as it's a 3D rule. And all of a sudden, Legends back within 12. So thought that was a foul as Dylan Ware looks to be a little slow getting up, but seems to be okay. Legends take the shot there, and all of a sudden it's a 9-point game. So that, as we said, the Legends not giving up, down 17, and now have pulled it within single digits with a minute to go here in the third quarter. Tay Nelson swinging it around. Ox Brown thinks about the long shot. He takes it. That's a long two. It doesn't go in. As the Legends bring the ball up the court, they turn it over. That's a 3D rule. Tay Nelson with the 4-pointer. That doesn't fall. Another 3D. Malcolm Martin bringing the ball up the court. And the 3-point dunk by Dylan Ware puts the Instigators up 12 here with 30 seconds to go. So just as you think the Legends are getting back into the game, they make the bucket there. Couple costly turnovers for 3Ds, and the Instigators extend the lead back out. Malcolm Martin gets blocked there. Tay gets to the line as he's fouled, making the bucket. It looks like Malcolm Martin's still on the court. So we get a couple of substitutions. Well, he gets checked on by his fellow teammates, and the referee seems to still down here. I think they're going to have some conversation. Hopefully he's okay. He seems to be okay after all. He goes to the free throw line, but not his free throws. This is Levante's free throw. AB brings out a towel. I think he's going to clean up the floor here. And he is. Look at him go. Doing a great job. He's going to spot check it there. Seems to be okay now. Jack of all trades there. Alex Brown. All the distractions are over now, and Nelson will take this free throw attempt. He misses that one. I believe that's his first miss of the season, but Dylan Ware with the rebound. He misses. AB looks like he got mugged there a little bit, but no call. The Legends will drive in, and they'll make the bucket. Oh, and the quarter is over there. That's the end of the third quarter. So we'll take a quick break before the start of the fourth quarter, and hopefully the Instigators can pull this one out. We'll be back right after this. So as we get ready for the fourth quarter here, Instigators up 10. I just want to take a quick moment and thank all of our sponsors that help make the Instigator season possible. Shep Quality Construction, Fisher's Cryotherapy, NiceApparel.com, Center Bank, the Stites family, Evolve Sports, Ryan Lucci, State Farm, and our newest sponsor, Mission 22. Mission 22 is a nonprofit dedicated to helping our veterans, and there's no more important cause than helping our veterans, especially now as we creep into the month of November. November 16th will be Veterans Appreciation Night, sponsored by Mission 22. And during the entire month of November, when you buy tickets, you'll have the opportunity to donate to Mission 22 to help them with a worthy cause. So hope to see you there, and hope to raise a lot of money for a really, really important organization doing really good work. But thank you to them. Thank you to all of our other sponsors as well. Again, thank you, Shep's Quality Construction. Thank you, Fisher's Cryotherapy and NiceApparel.com. Thank you, Center Bank and the Stites family, as well as Evolve Sports and Ryan Luch State Farm. Couldn't do it without you, and love having you all as partners. So we get this back underway here in the fourth quarter. The Legends will start with the ball, I believe. Only down 10. We're down as much as 17. I've gotten it within 7 or so, but that's about it. And so they're hoping to make major gains here to start the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, we see Chuck Bloom has checked into the game, and so has Lawrence Boyd, hoping to help the Instigators close this one out. As we see Legends passing the ball around there, taking the wide open three, miss, but rebounded by Chuck Bloom. Gets it out to Lawrence Boyd, who goes up to the alley-oop for Dylan Ware, and that falls. Instigators extend their lead to 14. So a fast start for the Instigators, 2 for 2 on the floor. Already over 100 points. And we just started this quarter, so it looks like it's going to be another high-scoring game for the Instigators, a team that averaged 127 points a game last year, and scored 100 and I think 24 last week. Are looking to continue that streak. AB backing the ball down. He passes it out to Lawrence Boyd instead, who works his way around the defense, gets fouled in the and one, shrugs off the defense, and will go to the free throw line, looking to extend the Instigators' lead. So Instigators now 3 for 3 to start this quarter. Missed shot there, but a rebound batted down from Dylan Ware to Chuck Bloom, and that's 2 more points for the Instigators. So the Instigators now up 16. As that's a turnover by the Legends. And it looks like the Instigators have shifted into another gear here. Unfortunately, step out of bounds. The Legends look to answer back. No good there. Outlet pass to Lawrence Boyd, who gets down the court in about 2 steps and gets the lay-in. So strong. That's a backcourt violation. Instigators a little annoyed there because that should have been a quick inbound, but because of the ball shooting across the court, they had to wait for it. As Dylan Ware goes to the line. Man, Dylan and AB have done a heck of a job getting to the line tonight, Jake.
Absolutely. Both of them really taking advantage of their height, in this matchup against the Legends, driving down towards the basket and putting up a bunch of contested shots, getting themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, absolutely. As Alex Brown goes back to his second job, which is floor cleaner. Looks spotless there. Great job to Alex Brown, and hopefully that'll help Dylan Ware hit these free throws.
Yeah, we'll have to get AB a sponsorship with some kind of floor cleaner.
Yeah, we need a Swiffer. Give us a call.
Yeah.
Maybe facing the wrong way again. An interesting shot as this is a 3D rule, so Dylan Ware will get 3 free throw attempts here. As the Instigators have extended their lead to 20 points. Dylan makes it 21 off the bank. So a 10-point lead at the start of the quarter, answered by an 11-0 run until that bucket there by the Legends. And all of a sudden, if you're the Legends, you got to be a little worried that you got to get back in this game now. As Malcolm Martin gets one in. Long pass by the Legends. Wide open shot. That doesn't go in. Dylan looks to go up court, and he does. To Chuck Bloom. Swings it around to Malcolm Martin. Finds LB. LB down low to AB, who puts it in. Looking for the and one, but he gets the bucket nonetheless. The Instigators are up 23. Missed shot there. Rebound by the Legends, though. They kick it around. Another wide open 3. And that's missed. The Instigators turned over this. Oh, no. AB gets the steal right back and puts it in. And they call a foul, I believe, on Chuck Bloom. Oh, we get a timeout of sorts. So it wasn't a foul. It was a referee stoppage. Not quite sure what the issue is. Having some conversations with the coach of the Indiana Legends there. Shot by the Legends. That's a tough shot, but it goes in. They get a much needed 3-pointer to fall. Legends will inbound. I'm sorry, the Instigators will inbound the ball. Chuck Bloom with the spin move. Tough shot, and he'll go to the line. Instigators going to the line a ton tonight and taking advantage of it has to be one of the big stories of the game. It's like in this game, the Instigators have taken 57 free throw attempts in this game, including 16 by Alex Brown. Is a ton. So we hit immediate timeout. We'll be back after a short break to close this one out.
After a tough game, recovery is everything. At Fisher's Cryotherapy, the official cryotherapy provider for the Hoosier State Instigators, I use whole body cryo to reduce inflammation and recover faster. For injuries, their targeted treatments get me back in action. And when I want to look and feel my best, the cryofacial and infrared sauna do the trick. Fisher's Cryotherapy, my go-to for recovery. Book your session today.
All right, 8 minutes to go. Instigators have opened up a 22-point lead. I checked that stat, Jake, just to make sure I wasn't misreading it, but I wasn't. That's 57 free throw attempts in this game for the Instigators. That's an insane number.
Definitely is. I mean, I feel like that's got to be a record of sorts for most attempts for the free throw line. The good thing for the Instigators is we're converting a little bit more than normal from the line tonight as well.
Yeah, that's right. It looks like 68% from the line tonight, which would give us, I believe, 39 made free throws for the night when it's all said and done. So that's an outstanding number for the Instigators. Think about that. 39 of their points come off free throws. as Chuck Bloom hits that one. And look at the Instigators not letting up at all with this press. And you can't really with the Legends because if you give them an inch, they'll find a way to get back in this game. Although they airball that one. Batman with the rebound. Almost turned over there. Instead, AB gets it. And then gets fouled. So the Instigators take the ball out of bounds. Dealing with the miss. AB with the rebound. It doesn't go in. And Chuck gets the ball stolen from him. The Legends go up. And they hit the bucket there. Gotta love that response though by LB. You get beat on defense, the bucket goes in, it happens. He throws it right to the out of bounds man, and they just go without worrying about it. Something it's a big improvement over the Instigators last year, who seemed to dwell when even the smallest bad thing would happen. It's Chuck Bloom gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. Some of the Legends fans clearly not happy with the referees in this game. I don't know how many of those calls I would disagree with, Jake. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's been a pretty well called game overall on both sides.
Instigators stretch it to a 24-point lead here. Sorry, 34-point lead. Turnover there. Dylan Ware with the dunk. Missed shot there. Rebounded by the Legends. LB tries to save it. Instead, he'll turn it over. So we see the two teams set up here. Substitute number 24 in for the Legends. Didn't see who he replaced there. It's like number 12 maybe. As the Legends bring the ball up the court. Three-point shot by the Legends. Goes in after it bangs around every part of the rim. Make it a 23-point game. Inbound AB tries to get to Chuck just a little bit late there. We get a foul or a tie? No, timeout here by the Legends. With 5:50 to go. Here at Newcastle, Indiana. Instigators up 23 points. Hey fans, it's Frosty, co-owner of the Hoosier State Instigators. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast, but I want to take just a few seconds to let you know about our fan voter tier on our Patreon. There you can find all kinds of cool stuff like behind the scenes footage of practices and tryouts, early access to games and podcasts, and much, much more. On top of that, you become an official fan voter of the Hoosier State Instigators, where you can make key decisions in running the franchise. Things such as what uniforms do we wear, who stays, who goes at the end of the season, evaluate the players and coaches, and make decisions that will impact this franchise for a long time. So this is your chance to get off the bleachers and into the boardroom with us, the Hoosier State Instigators, at www.patreon.com/Apex Athletic Collective. Hope to see you there. All right, the Instigators break here, up 23 points. Can't believe I got the math wrong earlier. First time all season. What are you going to do? Legends inbound the ball quickly, and they're going. They got to go quick at this point. Inbounded by the Legends. Another turnover and a foul on the Legends. Player dove on top of Malcolm Martin and gets called for the foul. Legends coach clearly is not happy. As they seem to have another discussion here. It appeared that the Legends player dove on top of Malcolm instead of diving for the ball. And the floor is wet here. It looks like maybe it needs a little bit of help. You know who to call when this happens, Jake. There's only one man that can fix this issue.
Yep, AB is back at it again.
Oh, man. That run is going on his highlight film, man. That was amazing.
Absolutely.
As he cleans the floor there. Looks good from here. Swiffer, give us a call. ZB takes a bow. Doing it all tonight, man. Caleb Magruder's checked in the game. He tries to go right to AB. He misses it. He gets it and then misses the layup, but AB with the putback. The Skaters up 25. I think there was a foul call there. A little bit more conversation going on between the coach of the Legends and head referee. Get a timeout, referee timeout. Apparently the conversation's going to continue. Can't hear what either side is saying, but whatever it is, seems like they sorted it out. Legends with the shot there. 3 ball goes in and out. Joe Bird with the rebound. He gets the pass up the court. Magruder with the shot that goes in that time. The Instigators continue to extend this lead. Ball gets tipped and out of bounds. It'll be Legends ball. I tell you, that red, white, and blue ball really pops on this camera. Inbound there. Thinks about backing down AB, but he just loses the ball instead, and AB will inbound it to LB. Goes to Joe. Joe with the over-the-shoulder pass and the foul. Alex Brown will go back to the line demonstratively. Alex Brown has been pretty great from the line tonight. Much improved. Bangs that one in. And Instigators grow their lead to 28, the largest lead of the game. Second shot also falls. Legends bring the ball up, slicing through the Instigators defense, trying to find a way through. 3-pointer off the mark, out of bounds, and the Legends will keep it. They inbound quick. Missed the layup, though. Looks like the ball was off of Joe Bird. A technical has been called, I think, on the coach of the Legends. No, it's 2 technicals, so he's been ejected from the game. Something we saw coming, I think, for a while, don't you think, Jake? We saw the two of them getting into it quite a bit here in the second half.
Yeah, a few different discussions between the coach and the officials.
As Malcolm hits the first of the two technical shots. And he hits the second. So the Legends will continue this game, now down 31 points without their head coach, as he's been ejected from the game. Their assistant coach will take over. Instigators get the ball here as we resume play. So we get a 3D call for the Legends. Is a pretty poor turnover by the Instigators there, I got to say. The Legends try to hit the 4-pointer. It misses. Instead, they'll just get 3. It's a little bit of a sloppy pay there at the half-court mark, but AB gets the rebound. And we get a foul there. So Instigators now in the bonus. Alex Brown will go to the free throw line for 2. As we take the quick last media timeout of the game, we'll be back right after this.
After a tough game, recovery is everything. At Fisher's Cryotherapy, the official cryotherapy provider for the Hoosier State Instigators, I use whole body cryo to reduce inflammation and recover faster. For injuries, their targeted treatments get me back in action. And when I want to look and feel my best, the cryofacial and infrared sauna do the trick. Fisher's Cryotherapy, my go-to for recovery. Book your session today.
All right, so we are back to action here in Newcastle, Indiana, home of the Indiana Legends, as Alex Brown will take 2 free throws, resulting in a foul, putting the Instigators in the bonus. So for those of you that are curious and to the rules, in the ABA, it's after the 8th foul puts a team in the bonus. So after 7, you're in the bonus. And players foul out after 8 fouls now in the ABA. It used to be you didn't foul out at all, but that rule was changed recently last season, and so now you foul after 8. Instigators have never had a player foul out in a game before. 8's a lot of fouls. AB hits that one. Looking to extend the lead back to 30. And he hits that one too. Up 30, the Instigators still playing the press here. Putting the Legends under some trouble. Legends swing the ball around looking for a shot. You get a 3-pointer. And that falls. Malcolm Martin bringing the ball up. Call an offensive foul on Joe Bird there. So we get a quick timeout here. Once again, on fouls, you got to let the foul get called before throwing the ball in. So here we go with the reset. 3:25 here to go in the fourth quarter. Instigators up 27. Legends trying to get the ball across the court. 3-point shot. That's a miss and rebounded by Caleb Magruder. AB with the emphatic dunk. And the Legends try to get one back on the other end, but they missed the mid-range jump shot. That long pass, you got to think they go at Malcolm rather than trying to shoot over him there, but doesn't work out for them. And instead, Instigators will get the ball out of bounds here. 2:50 left. Putting the finishing touches on what's been a really excellent game since about the second quarter on as Caleb hits the layup there. Three-point shot, no good. Joe Bird with the rebound. Joe Bird's played a significant role here in the second half. He hasn't scored a ton of points, but he's really come through on rebounds and passes and defense. So love to see that. Love to see him back on the court. Glad to have him back and having a positive impact on the Instigators. As that falls, Instigators up 33 now. Joe Bird bringing the ball up. Bird looking for a teammate to pass to. He finds Alex Brown. Ball's knocked out of his hands, and then the Skaters will keep it. As JoJo Hart checks in. Great pass there, and there's the foul. As Caleb will go to the line here. Magruder for 2 shots. He's 3 for 3 from the line so far tonight. And the Legends come back after the miss. Both misses, and Batman celebrates as the Legends make that shot. Jig, I don't get it. Why is Batman not on our side? We're wearing the same color.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, definitely seems like he could have thrown some Instigator shorts on and he fit right on.
Yeah, absolutely. JoJo takes the inbound. He's going to go straight to the hoop. He gets blocked, however. The Legends look to keep scoring here, and they miss that, though. JoJo gets fouled. And the Instigators are in the bonus. JoJo will go to the free throw line. As Kevin Cameron checks back into the game for Caleb. Caleb had a great game today, I got to say. Scored when he needed to, but also was a beast on the boards as well. So, great game by him. As no bounce all net, JoJo Hart puts in the free throw with the routine that we've been accustomed to seeing, which is not to bounce the ball before shooting the free throw. And there he goes again. Misses that one, though. And Skaters are up 32. Air ball there. It's out on the Instigators with a minute to go. I'm not quite sure what was called there. Tough shot, and he'll get fouled there by Kevin Cameron. Really no need to foul there, but sometimes that happens anyway, so not a big deal either way, but something that I think the rookie will learn from. Up 32 with a minute to go, let him take the tough shot. So he misses that shot. As Steve Rogers checks in for Alex Brown. Alex Brown also had a great game. Great job from the free throw line. Great shooting percentage. Cleaned up the glass and the floor tonight. Really a great all-around player. And led the Instigators basically from the second quarter on a charge that put them way up in this game. Misses that shot there. Another foul. Who's that on there? It's like that's also called on Kevin Cameron. So 2 quick fouls for Cameron. Although it could have been on Steve Rogers, not quite sure. Free throw there is no good. Legends have struggled from the free throw line tonight. And that continues. Another miss. Tough three-pointer. That's no good. And JoJo Hart gets the rebound. Joe Bird looking for someone to pass to. He gets it to JoJo Hart. JoJo goes to the line. Thought he got fouled there. They're not going to call that foul with 30 seconds to go when you're up 32. Make it 30 now. Lawrence Boyd misses. Steve Rogers with a rebound. He gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Gets cheered on by Alex Brown on the bench. Great all-around victory for the Instigators, wouldn't you say, Jake?
Absolutely. A great team effort here. We've seen looks like a full rotation of the roster, and definitely, as you mentioned, a lot of free throws here. Improving from the free throw line overall as a team.
As Steve Rogers makes that one just to hammer home your point. I'll take this shot here. Misses the shot with about 19 seconds to go. Time enough for, maybe 5 more possessions the way the ABA works, but Legends seem to be slowing it down here. They take a deep three. That goes in. As Kevin Cameron turns the ball over there. And that'll be the end of the game. Instigators win 145-117. We'll hit a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back to break this one down for you. Once again, Instigators win and improve to 2-0, 145-117.
After a tough game, recovery is everything. At Fisher's Cryotherapy, the official cryotherapy provider for the Hoosier State Instigators, I use whole body cryo to reduce inflammation and recover faster. For injuries, their targeted treatments get me back in action. And when I want to look and feel my best, the cryofacial and infrared sauna do the trick. Fisher's Cryotherapy, my go-to for recovery. Book your session today.
All right, Jake, we're back here in the studio, as they say, but really our houses. Instigators win 145-117. Second time the Instigators have scored 145 points in team history. Tied for the second most points in a game. Our top was, well, that's a bit of trivia. What was the most points the Instigators ever scored in a game, Jake? Let's see if you know.
He got me there. I don't know that.
Yeah, we beat the Southland Saints with the score of 151 points last season in the second game of the season. So huge score for us nonetheless. What'd you see there that you liked?
I like that we were able to carry that momentum overall from that first game going into this second game. Still gotta, kind of figure out that first quarter, but once we got things kind of kicked off in that second quarter, feeding the big guys down low, I think, is something that's going to be a recipe for success, not only in this game, but something throughout the season to keep an eye on. And when we do that, it leads to a lot of opportunities from the free throw line.
Yeah, absolutely. Something that I think, got frustrated with the Instigators a little bit last year was settling for decent 3-point looks, despite the fact that we shot about 30% from the 3-point line last year. This time we saw a lot of passing up good shots for great shots that got us to the free throw line, and then we cashed in those. Once again, 57 free throw attempts in that game is an Instigators record. 39 made free throws in a game is an Instigators record, and they scored 145 points. So, you put those things together, it's clearly a recipe for success. And so we saw, I think some big games from some big players. Alex Brown, Dylan Ware obviously had great games. Who else stuck out to you?
I think Levante, he had, he kind of got hot a few different times throughout the game when he came in, as we mentioned, that spark plug for the team. Chuck, as always, he has an overall great game offensively and defensively. Um, and I mean, those were the two that stuck out. I mean, obviously, AB becoming the all-time points leader, and I think really when he checked in into the game, that's really when we saw that switch kind of flip for the Instigators.
Absolutely. He did something that I think only AB does really well, which is used his personality to get people hyped in an unconventional way, right? With humor, cleaning up the floor, doing his walks and dances, being a spark plug on the bench, all of those things, I think really led to it. And I thought you pointed out two other really great players. Levante had 23 points. Chuck had probably one of the quietest 18-point performances I've ever seen. And then LB scored 15 points to back up his 22 points from his debut. So having an excellent rookie season as well, and it was probably the leader right now for rookie of the year for the Instigators through 2 games. So some really good performances. Like you said earlier, we saw all 12 guys play in this game and play significant minutes. And I think those guys that are kind of on that roster bubble, that are the ones that are looking at being the fans man versus not. I think they got some film on themselves tonight that they can see, they can watch, they can learn from. They can get better. This week's fans man, just like the week before, a crucial player in the second half of this game. Joe played significant minutes in the second half, played really well defensively, but offensively as well, getting other guys involved and open and in rhythm was huge. So it was great to see that as well. So, after this game, the power rankings came out. We're now the 16th ranked team in the country, the highest ranking we've ever been after 24th last week. So, now we have an opportunity to back that up. We're playing a Columbus Wizards team that was really good last year. And so they'll be coming to our house for the first time ever matchup with the Wizards. It's definitely one I'm looking forward to. I know you are as well. We'll be doing this stream next week as well. So hopefully, now that our games are back on Saturdays, we'll be doing these on Sundays and releasing them either Sunday nights or Mondays. But any final thoughts before we call it a night from game 2 of the Instigator season here in 2024?
We're off to a 2-0 start. Hopefully we can carry that forward into this week. Opportunity, as always, to defend the home court. This is going to be our second time at the Best Choice Fieldhouse. Really looking forward to that. But we've definitely got the target on our back now that we are ranked so high. The Wizards, I believe, put out a diss track already for this weekend's game. So it'll be a really fun matchup.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. We're once again working with Mission 22. If you buy tickets online or in person, you have the opportunity to donate to them. Please do that. It's such a great organization. Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors: Fisher's Cryotherapy, Shep's Quality Construction, Mission 22. Nice apparel. All the Stites family. Thank you so much for your support. But that's it for us. Until next time, be great, instigate, and let's go 3-0.